Hi everyone and welcome to Calm Creations Papyrophilia. My name is Tia and I just thought I would do a bit of a flip through of a new journal I'm making. This is my first time making a junk journal and I thought I would show you what I've been doing. So I've made it out of the base is chipboard, so that's the and I've covered it in an old it's called Uber Eats bag that one of the kids had some food delivered in, so I've repurposed that, and then I've made my cover. Now the other day I made a whole bunch of clusters, and so I've since added that little cluster onto the front, and that's just those two are just images that I found on the internet. So yeah, so this is how it's looking so far, and I've covered all the inside with scrapbooking paper. I've made this little embellishment here and a pocket and a tag. So this tag is going to have some journaling on it. I grew up in New Zealand on a little island 35 minutes out of Auckland, so you had to get there by ferry. So the theme is nautical, as you can probably tell. So growing up on an island surrounded by water, I thought it'd be fitting to make my first one based on that. So a lot of the images and research have come from a Facebook page, and it's Waiheke Vintage and Historic photo page, where loads of members share all their photos and bits and pieces. So I'm going to journal on that tag about that. And then with the bunch of clusters that I made the other day, I joined two together and made a bookmark. So that, and there's a hidden paper clip inside, so that's just slipping onto there at the moment. And then I've made a flip pocket, so that opens out to there. I'll scoot you over a little bit, and I've added a cluster there and a little pocket there. So that's that one, and then that opens that way, and there's the other side of the bookmark. And then the next page, so we have another cluster, and then I've made, this was a freebie on the internet. I can link it down below where I got it from, and it was an envelope. There was all sorts of different vintage style printouts there. So I've made the envelope up, and inside is a little piece of paper, and on here I am going to, so this is one of the very old ferries that we used to catch. It's called the Baruna, so I'll be writing about the Baruna on there. So when I say 35 minutes out of Auckland, that's with the new ferry, not with this ferry. This one used to take like an hour and a half, 2 hours, just to get to the mainland. So I'll be writing about that on there. And then with this little cluster, I've made it so that the envelope will close, the lid, is it a lid? The flap will tuck in just behind there to keep it closed. And then that's a pocket there, but I hadn't stuck anything in that one yet. And then this one here is an envelope, so it's folded in half, so that's the other side. And I've made a tag, so that comes out. Now that lighthouse, that is called Bean Rock Lighthouse, which is a lighthouse in between Waiheke and Auckland. So we used to go past that on the ferry, depending on the weather, which way we would go. So I'll be writing a little bit about that, and I've made a little clear, that's acetate, little clear pocket, so that slides in there, and that opens up, and that's a pocket. So that is that page, and then what I've done, well, I haven't really done it, it's done itself. When you slide that back and it sort of closes the flap on that little envelope. So that's that page, and then over here I haven't done anything on that one, and this is just going to be a background. It was an ad on the vintage page that I've printed and inked the edges and stuck it in. So that's all I've done so far, but these are just some of the pages. It's all, those are coffee dyed, they don't look very aged, but and a bit of vellum and a square doily, and I've just what's that method called? The stitching method. Yeah, I can't think of the name of it. So that is that, and then the same repeats again on the back, and that's what I've done so far. So I am absolutely loving this method of journaling. I've never done a junk journal before, so I'm having lots of fun decorating it. So I'm finding little bits and pieces that relate to nautical themed, and waiheke is good. So that's a gold foil. It's nice and sparkly. So yeah, thank you very much for joining me, and I will be back hopefully soon with an update with a few more bits and pieces in my new journal. Thanks everyone, bye.